Assalamu alaikum ladies and gentlemen, this is your host Shafaq Rizvi with another episode of CXO-In-Focus, and today we have with us in our web studio Mr. Moiz, who is the Senior IT Executive at Orix Leasing Pakistan Ltd. Assalamu alaikum sir.
Welcome salam.
Welcome to our web studio.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure.
Before we proceed, we would like to have a brief introduction about yourself.
I'm associated with Orix Leasing Pakistan Ltd for around 17 years. I joined Orix as a software engineer. Then I worked as a DBA for a couple of years, and after that I was deputed to many overseas projects in MENA and CIS basically. So my area of expertise is was in development in Oracle and IT securities and all these things. Right now I'm heading Orix Leasing Pakistan Ltd.
Alright, so being associated with the leasing industry for over a decade, what significant changes have you witnessed in the industry with specifically with respect to information technology?
Well, there's quite a lot of changes in the last decade, and we have flood of technologies coming into it. Like especially I will talk about social media. There are things like Facebook, Twitter, and so many other social medias, and people have incorporated social media. They have earned a good reputation out of it, and other than that, there is bundle of ERPs. They are coupled with configuration management, they are coupled with customer relationship management, they are coupled with strong IT securities and all these things. So these are the major factors. ERPs are there, awareness programs are there. I'm very happy to say there are a lot of awareness in people in the last decade, and technology like security related technologies and all these things. There are significant changes in the last decade.
Relationship building is an important aspect of leasing sector. How do you see the adoption of business technologies in context of relationships with customers?
Well, relationship is as important as in every business. It is important for every business, not only leasing. People have, as I said, in the last decade, people have adopted so many social engineering networks, and that itself evaluated the confidence on customers. Now the confidence on customers is basically due to so many reasons like IT securities and strong ERPs and managed systems. When you're talking about the customer relationship, you are talking about strong systems. I'm not talking about the business only. When you have a strong system at your back end, that will raise the confidence on the customer as well. How good is your DR, how good is your security, how good is your business intelligence, how good data you can provide on time data to your clients. So confidence is very important for the business. Customer confidence is very important for the business. In that aspect, we have so many ERPs and security things which are underway, and people have adopted in leasing industry, and they are gaining benefits of it.
Right.
There's no question.
So how do you see disaster recovery being practiced in this vertical within the industry?
As such, we don't have any such data exactly how much a disaster recovery is spent in IT industry, in leasing industry. Well, definitely people have their DR plans and they have exercised it. But it is very difficult to say to what extent, how many tiers you have planned and how deep, how well you have planned your DR. You see, when you are planning the DR, you have to consider so many things, like you must know your own risk profile of the company. This is very important when you are planning DR, how much risk is there. That's how you plan your DR. You have to make a perfect balance and a perfect equilibrium between your systems and your processes and the people, and that's how you get to a better profile, risk profile, and that's how you maintain a better DR.
Right. So with the recent penetration of information technology in the business industry, Do you think that organizations have become more vulnerable to the threats of data security and data leakage?
Well, definitely data security and data leakage is there. Well, I used to say there is no perfect system, there is no perfect security. You want to be 100% secure, shut off your PC. There is no other solution besides that. So, if your system is on, people are coming, you are servicing the people, internet threat is there. The threat are increasing. That threat is exposing the vulnerabilities of your system to the public, and that increase the risk profile of your systems. So threats are there, and people are demanding. People are demanding. They want information on their handsets, even mobile computing and all these things, and internet banking and all these things. So people are very demanding these days, and they demand all the services with the best of securities. So yeah, vulnerabilities are there, threats are there, but being an IT manager, you have to have a perfect balance. What is your risk profile, as I said before, and how much you can spend on the IT security. So you have to be very careful about to maintain a balance.
Right. So you have worked on IT security as well. Having that experience, and based on that experience, what would you suggest to the organizations regarding overcoming security issues while successfully implementing the technologies?
See, there are many hundreds of technologies in the industry. When you're talking about the technologies, don't just connect technology, IT technology with the leasing industry, because threats is for everyone. Okay, the threat over internet. As soon as you go to the internet, threat is there. As soon as you open to the internet, threat is there. So, and our systems, usually we are vulnerable, we are exposed. So we have to keep update ourselves with the technology, with the security experts. As I said earlier, you have to be very careful in creating the risk profile of your system. How much risk is there? Okay, so I'm not talking about the technologies which are in the market, because I'm not representing any brand here. So I'm just giving a suggestion on how to do it. We have created a risk profile, and this is a very lengthy and tedious procedure, how to make a risk profile, how much risk is there. On the basis of that, you create a risk cost analysis, cost benefit analysis of the system. Okay. I mean, of the investment we are going to make. We create an ROI, return on investment, on the investment which are going on the investment security, security countermeasures. So this is a very lengthy, tedious procedure. You have to be very careful what you are required, what is your risk profile. You got to know your business very well for that matter. You got to know your clients very well for that matter. So, as I said earlier, your processes, your systems, and your people. This makes a perfect balance. If the balance is there, I mean, nobody can guarantee 100% security, but you will be pretty much secure on the internet.
Right. This was Mr. Moiz, who was talking about the situation of IT in the leasing sector. This is your host Shafaq Rizvi signing out. For more exciting and informative interviews, keep watching CXO-In-Focus.